There we go. Okay. Well, I'm Diana. I'm a Bachelor of Social Work student at ASU, and we're here today to have a little visit and counseling session.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, it's Katrina.
Yes, my name's Katrina.
Nice to meet you, dear. I wanted to just welcome you and thank you for coming and give you a little information. I wanted to just, first of all, let you know that everything we talk about today is completely confidential, and you're welcome to share whatever you want. It's not going to go beyond this discussion. The only exception to that would be if perhaps you were to share something with me that led me to believe that you might harm yourself or someone else, then I would feel obligated to report that and bring in some others that might be able to help us with what's going on.
Okay.
But other than that, we're good to go.
Perfect.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and why you're here and what's going on.
Okay, well, I am 22 years old, and right now I'm going to Arizona State University. I'm double majoring. I'm doing speech and hearing science and social work.
Wow.
And right now I am attending a singles ward, and it's between the ages of 18 to 30, and everyone there is single. It's it's from my church. It's a Mormon church, and the reason they have it is so that people can find their significant other, and that's kind of why I'm here today, because I kind of feel like, I haven't met the right person yet, and it's kind of bringing me down because I haven't met him yet.
Okay.
Kind of like I'm failing as a woman.
Oh dear. You're not failing as a woman. Trust me, you're not failing. Not even close. Okay, well, obviously your background in the LDS Church is a factor in how you color your world and how you see things. And I happen to also be a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, so I do have an understanding of some of what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. I did grow up in the church. My parents joined when I was younger in California, and so I've been through the young single adults. I went away to LDS colleges. I didn't finish college, but I understand the culture, and I can appreciate some of the dilemmas that you're discussing. I would just share with you, first of all, that you are a lovely, bright, beautiful young woman, and it's just a matter of time before you find your soulmate, the person that you want to share your life with. And I would be very peaceful about that, and I wouldn't really worry. I know it seems like I remember when I was 18 and went away to college, a couple of girls got engaged by Christmas,
Yeah, that's how it
is. And they were like the prettiest girls, the most beautiful girls in the entire college were just snatched up just like that, and the rest of us were just kind of like, And there's this competition, there's a little competition that goes on, but honestly, in the long view, when you look back at life, you realize that months and even years go by very fast, and you have a lot to offer. You truly do, and I want you to believe that about yourself, really. I think we might have talked about this in class a little bit, but you need to remember the fact that you really got a really pretty strong, double major with your speech pathology and your social work. You've got the medical field and the social services field, social welfare field. You're tracking into two really wonderful fields where there's all kinds of career opportunities, and there's also social opportunities. You will be engaging with other professionals, men and women, and many of them, may not be married. Mm-hmm. And if you stay in the East Valley here, or in Utah, Arizona, Idaho zone, or even if you go to some other place in the country where there's less members of the church, you're still going to be attracted and drawn to people in your own wards and stuff. So you will create opportunities for yourself, and the more skill and education that you have, the more I feel you have to offer. And there's really a lot of men out there that, most people that I know that have finished college end up marrying someone that's of equal education or greater, and a man that's well educated will prefer a woman that's well educated. So you may be not, maybe not marrying early, but you may later, when they're really, have more career options, and can bring a lot more to the marriage too. Okay. So that's something to think about.
That's true. Never thought of it.
Yeah, really, I really wouldn't worry. You've got what are you, 21?
22.
22,
yes.
Yeah, 22. My goodness.
I know.
You have so much life ahead of you.
I know, but I just feel so old sometimes being in the singles ward.
Trust me, you're not old.
Oh.
No, you can have children for many, many years and have family, and you got all kinds of wonderful things ahead for you. I do appreciate your I do appreciate your situation, though. It's a culture. It's its own unique culture, and it's the way things used to be when my parents were young in the 50s. A lot of people got married young, and now people focus sometimes more on careers, or some people choose not to marry, and so there's less individuals out there that do get married. But within our culture, we value that a lot, and we recognize that that's an important goal. So you're telling me that you have been going to some singles activities. Is there any one there that seems interesting to you, or there's some other young men that look like they might be
Well,
prospects?
There were some cute boys, but now they're all like engaged now because Mormon culture. But I am planning on going to word hopping this Sunday, and then I'm going to be going to a speed dating event on Monday.
That's awesome.
So hopefully there'll be something good there.
So what's that, where you like sit for 10 minutes with someone, or 5 minutes, or?
We'll see, yeah, because I've been to 2 speed dating events with my singles word. The first one, they lined us up, boys on one side, girls on the other side, and we had chairs, and each one had a certain amount of minutes, and we shifted. And the other one, there's this new app called the Mutual app. It's a dating app for LDS singles.
Oh,
and
wow.
they kind of made the event kind of like that. They said that you could swipe up on the guy or swipe down, but I was like, who's going to actually do that?
That's great. Isn't
Yeah.
that fun?
So we'll see how this one goes, if it'll be the
Yeah.
same.
Well, and you could just date. I mean, you can have fun and go out with groups of people too. You don't always have to necessarily be with just one-on-one. There's some fun things you can do with others, outdoor activities, hiking, go down to, there's many beautiful places you can go as a group, and get to know people that way as well. Yeah.
That
So,
can work.
let's talk a little bit about your own ideas. What is it that you think are some areas you might want to pursue in terms of this goal? What could you do differently? Or speed dating is a wonderful way to meet some people. Maybe go outside of your area here to some other parts of the city, or
Yeah, I think those are great ideas. I also think maybe being more open-minded to events. I think that would be good. Maybe finding some other hobbies, and that way I can improve myself. So that way when I do meet somebody, maybe I can show them those qualities.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
impress them.
Yeah, and there's areas where if you develop an interest or a skill or hobby, you may discover that there's more guys than girls there. Boys are very action, physical oriented. It's like if you wanted to go snow skiing. My husband and I have snow skied for years, but when I was younger and single, we would go up to Mount Hood and different places. We've skied in Arizona and Utah and Idaho, and it was like 3 to 1 or 4 to 1. There was always more guys than girls on the ski slopes. Photography or hiking or backpacking, those kinds of areas. You could join a hiking club or some sort of an outdoor. Rock climbing is really fun. Rock climbing is an area that is really fun, and it's way more guys than girls that do that.
Okay.
And if you could maybe pick up a couple, even just take an introductory class. I know when I lived in Oregon, we belonged to the Mazamas Hiking Club, and they would have a 6 or 8 week training where they'd introduce you to all these different aspects of outdoor activities. We learned how to rock climb, we learned how to mountain climb, we learned all the vocabulary, we learned the correct gear and safety procedures and stuff, how to go up a mountain and come down safely with a group and stuff like that. Now, I know they must have some of that in Arizona. Arizona is a beautiful outdoor. You might have to go up to Sedona to get to some of it, or some other part of the state, maybe Tucson, but that's an area where you might meet some guys too, So, and like you said, stake hopping is not a bad idea. Go down to Tucson and go to other parts of the state. We're going up to Thatcher this weekend, so I'll keep my eyes peeled for
Oh,
you.
yes, thank you.
There's a university up there. I think there's a college.
Oh, yeah, EAC, I think.
Yeah, and it's heavily LDS up there.
Okay.
So
That's good. Huh.
I think you need a nice return missionary that's just about ready to finish college would be just perfect.
Yes, that'd be ideal. Yes.
But see, you still got some couple years ahead.
I
What do you got?
know.
2 years, 3 years?
Well, I'll graduate with my first degree in social work in December, and then with speech and hearing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And speech and hearing science, I'll graduate the following year, the following December, and then I'll have another 2.5 years for my master's degree.
Yeah. See, I think you need to recognize that you're on a track right now, a path, and these are extraordinary and tremendous goals you've set for yourself. And I know we believe that Heavenly Father's in our lives and helps guide us, and He's allowing you time to accomplish your goals, so that later you'll have these wonderful skills that you can bring to a marriage, to your community, to your employer, And that won't happen if you maybe get married and feel conflicted about what you need to do. So maybe this is all going to work out for you. I really think you need to be peaceful
thank
about
you.
it. And I can't wait to come to your wedding
Aw.
in 8 years or 6
Oh,
years or
goodness.
whatever it is. You better invite me.
Oh, yes, I will.
All right. Well, I think we've pretty much covered. Let's see. Where's our timer here? Do we know? There we go. So we're 10 minutes. Okay, cool. So is there anything else I can do for you to help you with your goals? I think you're totally right on with, you know what it is you want to do. You know you have career goals, you have life planning goals, you have family goals. And honestly, there's so many people out there that don't have those. And you can't achieve unless you establish goals. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And here you are with tremendous planning. And I think people who are high achievers sometimes can be hard on themselves because they want everything that they want, and they have the ability to get it. But you have to also remember that there has to be time to pace ourselves and prepare for the things that are coming, and be hopeful about that. And I think you're going to do awesome.
Well, thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much.
Thank you. All right.
Thanks.
Nice visiting
You
with you. We'll
too.
see you
Nice to
again.
meet you.
Okay.